And yes, I've filmed like my first, well, not really like the first one, but kind of like an intro thing for uh, TikTok. Yeah. So yeah, I'm kind of all ready and prepared to. We're like, hey, here you go, milkshake. Don't blame me, please. Hold on. Back a little bit, make this, make it straight. Yeah, okay. Every bloody time here. Oh. But anyway, so yeah, I'll be editing my first TikTok thing, get it up there and whatnot. And I'm so prepared, so ready to have ankle biter young witches try and correct me. But then again, I'm not even going in there just to be all like, listen, kids, it's supposed to be like this. No, I'm just being all realistic, practical, and like, okay, this is how it is. This is what you can do. This is what you should be mindful of. And good luck. Don't be on, world's dumbest witches. But anyway, so Aries is going to be having the Illuminati Tarot be their deck. Both are going to be getting the one from the Daemons and one from the Dark Goddesses. While Taurus is going to be getting the definitely not Tim Burton Tarot, as I like to call it, or Taurus. And down below, I think I fixed it. If there's ever a desire to have a one-on-one reading with me, or even, just to talk, just say hi, or, figure on learning something of the occult, number is down below. You can text whenever you deem fit. And without further ado, let's start this off with the Dark Goddesses and me coming out for Aries. And remember, please stay in mind, keep this in mind. This is really intended for somebody who has an Aries ascendant, but if you don't really know if you have an Aries ascendant, you can just use your sun sign. You can keep it simple. But if you know your ascendant, please try and stick with that one. And if you're cross-watching, fine, whatever. Do as you please. Just make sure you don't get too woozy-wooey, like I must know what this ram or bull's doing. There's the goddess that came out. Get that out of my life. And then now we have our demon going to be coming out. Okay, Aries, your goddess is Baba Yaga for April. And I don't like saying demon, the Lieutenant Divine that came out was Prince Stolas. Month of April, you better make sure you fully appreciate that what's in your life and start taking good stock of that what you value and cherish. Because April might be a month where you're going to be having things just be taken off the table. Just make sure you understand what brings value to your life, what you cherish, what you are prioritizing. Now, by saying prioritizing doesn't mean that you neglect other sectors of your life. No. Good example is this. Say if you happen to have a significant other, and they've been trying to talk to you about something, and you haven't really taken it been serious, and you haven't really been attending to them and being there for them. If you're not giving them some of your time and attention and full on focus, they might just be all like, boy, really? Or girl? No. I feel like I'm trying to talk to a wall and I feel ignored. So, toodles. And sometimes it's so simple to be completely neglectful and it just slips your mind, but it's something so minuscule like that that can possibly risk you losing it. And it's such a simple mistake and it's so easy to avoid, but that's just sometimes one of the things that you have to keep aware of. If there's something that you have invested in and you've been neglecting it and you're thinking, oh, I'm okay with it, nothing bad's going to happen, I think you might want to rethink that. Because with Baba Yaga, the way that she was, if some kids were out all on their own and the parents neglected them. Whoops. She got a hold of him. But primarily, she is pretty firm about understanding that if you don't cherish something, if you don't like or want something, give it to somebody else before it gets like forcefully taken out of your hands. And then you get all upset because what you thought you were comfortable in and was always going to be there got yoinked from you. So make sure you fully understand what you appreciate, what you value, what you're choosing to still invest your time and effort in. And the stuff that you don't feel it anymore with, then just hand it off, donate it, or give it to the ending that it needs to be in. Did I say? Hey, Lisa. And yep, there's, as always, there's Nightshade. Yep, yoink. Like, oh, you're not appreciating this then? Mind brat. That's probably what Baba Yaga will most likely be doing. And I'm gonna be going with a simple cross like before. Nothing really in mind unless there's something decides to come through and be all like, wait a minute, okay. Easy milkshake. There's a lot of kids yelling around the house lately. Not like in the house, but like neighbors. It's just like, somebody get these kids on a leash, please. They're starting to, terrorize the neighborhood. I am not kidding. And then again, this neighborhood has people deciding that it might be a good idea to go 60 down the road and making a sharp turn, almost, having the car do a barrel roll midair. Well, that's pleasant. Exactly. It's like, oh, look at that. They're not appreciating that. Oh, they don't need it. I'll make good use of it then. It's real though. Sometimes, if you don't appreciate something, it's only a matter of time before someone goes, oh, that's nice, and take it. And then you're just there like, did they just walk up and take what I worked so hard for? Yeah, you had it. But I don't know if you're going to have it again. Core for the youthful Aries, the youthful, impulsive Aries. The Hong Kong Philly. Core of April. Ten of Swords again. Something is going to get overkilled. And what is that? Princess of Cups. Uh-oh. Looks like... Looks like the cheeky fantasy woozy-woo romance is going to take a stab. That's what's going to be ending, but that doesn't mean it could be... until the next card comes out, because since the Princess of Cups is being... my gosh, it's just so bad. Because the first thing that popped in my head is like a sea princess like that. And she's just all like... And then she just falls backwards like... And then the fish just jumps out of the cup and just starts flailing. God, that's so dark, but I don't care. So the Princess of Cups is what's being like overkilled and putting to an end. So, okay, and then what's going to be rising from the back? So, the core of this is that something very youthful and cheeky and immature and also woozy-wooey is going to kick the bucket. So, and what's going to arise from that is going to be the he who font. He who... yeah, that guy. But the thing is, because since I'm going at it like this, because since we have youthful, immature, fantasy, not really, realistic, cheesy love, like fantasy love, and the love that's kind of just like, Oh, it's just like in the romance movies. Well, I'm sorry to tell you this, but that part's dying. And what's going to be it rising from the no longer being able to swim Princess of Cups, it's going to become the Hierophant. And what I'm getting out of this is that the main core of this is that something that along the lines that's pretty much in your fantasy, and even though it's kind of cheesy, romancy, and cupcakey, well, imagination and all that's probably going to be having to take a good visit to realistic and you know kind of being a little bit more mature and kind of guiding people. But again, the Hierophant or the Pope is a card that is somebody who is very intelligent, but at the same time too, don't be all thinking you're all thinking you fancy and all that and wearing all that gold stuff. But the main idea is that society or like the realistic expectations in the 3D world, they're probably going to be being pushed more onto you this month of April. So make sure you're not being, distracted by, somehow a fish being able to talk. Don't be all woozy wooed by the fantasy stuff. Remember to be a little bit more practical and down to earth, if that makes sense. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. That's what keeps it spicy. Well, not spicy. Not like that. It keeps it like. It keeps it. I'm just gonna say it's gonna keep it. It keeps it fresh instead of spicy because that's like no. That was the wrong one. But the Hierophant, make sure that you kind of you pretty much follow what you believe to be something that's gonna bring you like a lot of values being met. Because fantasy and woozy wooey won't really bring you a lot of values being met. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with trying to be all cheesy, fantasy, Final Fantasy, wet world. But you have to remember that every fantasy is in your head. And until it comes down to earth on the 3D, it's still a fantasy. So the best way, what I'm getting like as the core of this month of April, make sure your fantasies can coincide into your value systems, and that way they actually merge well together. And make sure you don't forget that you're your fantasies and you have to appreciate them, and also what value systems you appreciate, and that sometimes it's very wise to remember that sometimes not all your fantasies are going to be able to be met as planned, but just make sure your morals and your sense of dignity doesn't get lost, and you're able to pretty much stand by it and not lose your sense of values and your like what you deem moral. Make sure you don't lose it in terms of trying to be maintaining a woozy wooey fest. Woozy wooey fest? Come on, kid. Anyway, so that's the center theme, and then the other four. That was a weird way to start this one. Okay, for Earth we have Eight of Swords. For communications we have Four of Pentacles. Oh, we have a lot of constriction going on in here. Seven of Swords, and wow, oi, Nine of Swords. Okie doke. So let's take it from the top then. Your health and pretty much finances, investments, and home and health. If I didn't say health and financial gain, you might be kind of like trying to keep your money to yourself because you have absolutely no idea what on earth is going to happen pretty much in coming to you. And you're kind of a little bit intimidated and kind of fearful of like, I mean, I'm gonna put it better. You're kind of like being a very gentle Ebenezer Scrooge, if that makes sense. I'm saying gentle because, probably you're not someone that would be like, it's that time of the year again. No. Bah! Humbug. No. Instead, you're trying to keep all the finances you can to yourself because you're not able to see what's about to come around, but still you're trying to maneuver and allow yourself to take steps because this depiction we have the woman figure kind of looking like she's kind of dancing in between the swords, and usually this is a different way of reading it because the art's different. And since she's really holding her arms and hands to her chest like this, it does kind of show a sense of like, I have no idea what's about to come from my face. I can't see. I, I'm just gonna be swinging my feet and taking steps. So I'm hoping I'm not gonna be going off a cliff. And also, for some reason, if there is an incident involving a hospital at all, you probably should be more aware and kind of give that some more of your focus as well. Because at least the way that I'm looking at it, the building in the back kind of looks like a hospital to me, in my opinion. When it comes now to you interacting with other people and studying new subjects, we have the Four of Pentacles. Well, Four of Pentacles is that card of like, nope, you're not taking my cheese from me. This is my cheese. You ain't taking my cheese. You know what's cheesy? Not you, because I got all my cheese. You got no cheese. But specifically, the way that this man looks, the look on his face, he's kind of like tired. He's like intoxicated by cheese. How can that happen? But as you look, like, I don't know if he'll pick up on it, but like the look on his face, he's just like, I've been holding on to this cheese forever. I don't like the smell of this. So possibly with this whole theme of appreciation, yeah, intoxicated on cheese. I know. I didn't know that someone could get all woozy wooey and like, yo, man, have you had some of that cheese? Kill me, please. Okay. God. Yeah, that cheese is so... But anyway, so probably what could be going on is that you probably have been withholding speaking to somebody and not really allowing, things to be able to flow in spite of being fearful of it. But when it comes to like studying a new subject, don't be afraid to, get out of your comfort zone and stick to one subject. Because, being stuck to a subject and refusing to branch out, that can kind of hinder you. And as an example, if you're going to be like teaching the occult arts or like anything regarding of it, such an example, like say if you went into studying occult and you primarily only wanted to learn how to use herbs and botanical science, okay? If you're just going to stick with botanical science, you're holding on and you're kind of limiting yourself quite substantially. Because not only, okay, come here, little nasty. Because not only, okay, you know how to work with plants and you know their magical properties. Oh my good Lord, Landon, there's like 2 more of those little, oh my gosh, this thing's going to explode. Because I mean, this is like only a day or 2. Yeah, I changed the vase from it because it was like, oh, no. The roots were getting all derpy derp. Wow, it's potent. But still. You know how to use, okay, you know how to use and incorporate plants in your work. Whoop-de-woo. But you don't want to branch out to anything else. Okay, you're limiting yourself and you're not allowing yourself to grow, if that makes sense. Because on top of, using plants in your magical work, why not, I don't know, why not learn how to use divination? You stonies, Stonies as in rocks. Not, no. No, no, no. And even make oil blends. Yes, that was a bulb. Yes, a hindsight. Don't be making it too hard on your kid. Your tongue's getting tied up. But don't limit yourself in the subjects you can learn, because occult is one of those subjects that it has so much depth to it that you can even take, like, okay, astrology, gemstones, botanical science, and actually use all that and coincide with each other to actually figure out how to make a certain oil blend. And depending on, like, for example, say if somebody is an Aries ascendant, yeah, I'll use you as the guinea pig. Okay, so an Aries ascendant, so we have an Aries ascendant having a headache. So that means using astrology and anatomy of astrology, Aries ascendant, okay, so that means we have an Aries head. To better support the head of Aries, you'll need to probably make an oil blend with something like, not that, that one's, okay, come on, cupcake. There it is. No, that one was a prank. So was that one. Okay, bloody heck, come on, dude. Give me this. I swear to sweet Lord Lanta, you bloody brownies are messing with me again. There it is. Honey bear, I love you to death, but I'm about to table flip on you. Give me bloody pink pepper. Before you know. Before I throw some camphor in here. No, I wouldn't do that. Because that's just mean. In case if you're new here, camphor is a type of extreme overkill GTFO, everything that exists in existence. Because, yeah, camphor is the ultimate. Okay, we've tried everything, we're just going to nuke the place. Yeah, that's what camphor does. That'll work. Okay. So, when it comes to an Aries ascendant, you would probably want to use a mixture of. That's going to sound weird. You want to use Mars-related plants, and Mars-related plants are those of something like cinnamon, cassia, nutmeg. I would go with that one, but also juniper berry. Even though juniper berry is more of a Scorpio oil, but mainly Mars and, hot and feisty plants. So then you would make that mixture with that, and I would probably have to say, when in doubt, always use coconut oil, because coconut oil has moon energy. So then you make your mixture and blend, and then you just pretty much apply it to the head. You're using botanical science, astrology, along with fancy. Get a red stone like garnet. Just pretty much make that oil blend and just massage a piece of massage a piece of garnet in the oil, and then massage it on your head like this, like here. Not here, not the face, because that's Taurus, but right here, right on the head. And what you're doing is you're incorporating all those things to come together to help fix your headache if you have an Aries ascendant. That took a lot of it, but oh well. The more you learn and the more you know, right? But, But you don't have to protect yourself whenever you're doing any of this stuff. But that's not my business. No. That was a prank. No, you have to protect yourself. Anyway. For your obstacle or motivating force. 7 of Swords, okay. Potential obstacle. Don't be thinking you're going to be slick. Don't think you can go like, I'm always going to have those 2 swords behind me. Nobody's going to take them from me. No one would do that. I'm sorry, what'd you say? Oh, you're going to have those swords? Yoink. Yep, and now they're gone. But also a motivating force too is because of the way that this, clone. Oh my gosh. I'm surprised I remember how to say clown in Russian. Clone. But this clown, the way he's looking back at his swords is like, I better go get those. I think I should. Oops, I don't know. But just make sure if you're turning your back to go back and grab something, or, trying to move forward and you forgot something, make the call to see if it's worth, saving and not, or not worth saving. Message retracted. What does that mean? What does that mean? I need English, please. What is message retracted? I have no idea what that meant. Where'd you go? Yeah, Nightshade had said, for some reason it said, your message got retracted. Like, excuse me? Don't you be trying to silence my viewers, please. They're not trolling me. They're not bad fangirls and fanboys, okay? I mean, I'm so prepared on TikTok to have a lot of them come at me. Just like, well, the market only likes cancer signs. Cupcake. Everybody has all 12 signs of them. Do you happen to know who rules, what house the sign of Cancer rules in your chart? Well, I don't have a planet there. That doesn't matter, honey bear. Everybody has 12 signs in them. 12 signs. 30 degrees each makes 360 degrees. 12 times 30, 360. Everybody has all 12 sides. 12 signs in them. Well, I have my chart says one sign rules 2 houses. No. That's off. That's not, no. That dog messed it up. And knowing them, oh god. Well, I have Ophiuchus ruling this house. No, don't get me started with that. Shut up. Anyway, make sure you know what you're valuing. And make sure you take care of it. Well, in a way, I'm only going on there because, in a way, Satanas asked me to, go on there and kind of, bring awareness to, like, okay, if you're going to say, do not, if somebody's going to, I was going to say, essentially Satanas wanted me to go on there and kind of, spread the truth about how occult is and, kind of combat the idea of like, well, I don't have to protect myself. Wearing a t-shirt with a Ouija board print on it. No, don't do that. Don't ever do that, please. No, I'm not even kidding. That is serious. You put an Ouija board on a shirt and now you're wearing it. The moment something as simple as, I don't know, even if you have where's that bloody thing? Even if you have something as simple as this, and this is just a regular, well, this is a snow quartz, but still, if you have a medium to give something energy, and if you're just simply leaning on it, and if you're just like moving around on it, congratulations. What you're doing is you're actually, like if you're applying pressure to it, if something has life like this, or like this, yeah, you can kind of, being unaware that you're risking something to be brought out by just simply touching it in a certain way. Hey, I'm not saying it to, down somebody's creativity, but I'm kind of, using the logical side of it. And I mean, if you guys want me to talk about how a Ouija board is and how to really protect yourself with it, because I mean, I'm pretty surprised that people don't have common sense with it, but that's later. Regarding, I feel like someone just tapped me on the back of the head. Like, okay, thanks for petting me. I didn't even ask for that. The last time I used a Ouija board, let's just say something tried to hold my hand nonstop, and then it ended up getting, I mean, it's broken now. Sorry, Aries. Sorry if I'm taking forever. Deal with it. You get what you get. Don't throw a fit. Deal with it. Don't worry. You're almost done anyway. So anyway. So I had something like an entity because I was by myself, which was a big mistake. You don't ever do that. Don't go alone with that. Whenever you're using the Ouija board, you need to have somebody with you, but still. Essentially, I was trying to figure out how the Ouija board worked and try to experience it myself and just, get an experience with it and understand it. The whole time while I'm trying to, you know, put my hand on it and just trying to move it around, I'm like, okay, this is how it works. Yeah, like, something kind of was just like trying to, like something was going like under my hand and trying to hold it like that. And I mean, many times. And then I've been trying again. And I just kept slapping at it. And after the second time, it's just like, I'm not saying it's not safe to actually to be technical. Anything in the occult world, anything, can be dangerous. Anything of occult has risk. Not saying it to be a Debbie Downer, that's just how it is. Clever, Nightshade, clever, but no, but still. So, after the second time it happened, and I just said, look, stop trying to hold my hand, I'm trying to figure this out. Don't do it again, please don't. You're going to regret you did. So I'm moving the placard, minding my business, and out of nowhere, just out of nowhere, it was coming out again. And then, like, close by, I had a selenite piece, and actually, it wasn't this exact one, but it was something like about that big. So, moving the placard, felt it come again, and then I just looked over to the piece, grabbed it, and, like, stabbed right through the carpet, and it actually got stuck in the carpet. In my mind's eye, I literally heard a loud shriek just be, like, kind of think of it like a very, very not so intimidating, but kind of screechy banshee scream. And I just went back to using the board like nothing happened, just like, okay, so that's how that works. And the thing was still screeching. Then as soon as I was done, I just looked at it and I just said, you done? You gonna stop holding my hand? And it was trying to convince me, and I said, no, you can sit there for a little bit. Told it to stop. Did it listen? Of course not. Who would listen to me? So up it got, pierced in the hand. But that's another time. So back to Aries, because they're probably getting agitated with me. So regarding your cheesy, woozy-woo emotions and spiritual side, you have the Nine of Swords. And I mean, in this depiction, it's not really, you know, nightmares and night terrors. But what I'm pretty much getting up onto this is that if you are pretty aware that you're not really attending to a love partner or a relationship the best that you can, don't be doing that. Give your best and stop, you know, locking yourself away and thinking, why am I doing this to this person? Because even your sense of consciousness is even facepalming like, really, dude? You're dating this person and you're not giving your all to them? Then what's the point? You think, you know, dating is just meant to pass time and, you know, have no goal outcome in mind? Really? You know, having a lot of people on your experience list is not really, it may not be the best quality that many other people would look for. But that's none of my business. So make sure you're trying your very best to give your all so that way you're not beating yourself up over it. If you're already with somebody, please make sure you're attending to your significant other. Because having the he who font alongside the, you know, now Princess of Cups who had her solo cup knocked off as a party foul. Make sure that you're honoring that commitment or like the relationship between you and the other person. And make sure they understand that you value it. Because if you don't, she'll come in and take it. And then Prince Stolas will just be there just all. And then you'll have to learn the lesson on how to appreciate something. At least that's what I've got. So this month of April, make sure you are focusing on taking stock of what you cherish and value, and you don't neglect anything. Because if you neglect what you're not supposed to be neglecting, you'll be quite surprised to see, like, wow, that was not good. Spent all that time into something, and now I'll never get it back again. Because, I mean, It's a true story, though. If you value something, if you cherish the, I think I just want to rip my tongue out for doing that. If you cherish something, please cherish it. Don't be all like, yeah, I care about this so much, but then be completely I saw that movement. Don't you do that again. Like I saw something like right in front of me. Just go like, oh, you think that's cute? Oh, that's funny. No, don't do that. You know, if you're going to be trying to, you know, make funny faces at me, you know, at least make the faces funny. Like, I'm not even kidding. It just went, literally, just like, yes, I did it again. I see you moving back there. You ain't slick. You want to be like, you know, that thing that, you know, got a good old piercing right in the hand instead of, you know, it being my hand in its hand? You want one of those too? Okay. Okay. Except I'm going to use famine instead of that selenite piece. It's all the way over there. I got to get it. Oh, well. Anyway. A Death Eater? I've never heard of such a thing, a Death Eater. So it is, if that means if it eats death, that means, does that mean it eats the stuff that, no, I don't want it to go anywhere like that. Oh my god, oh Nightshade, you know. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, screw it. Screw it, we're doing this. So Nightshade. So Nightshade, whenever that happens, whenever you hear that again, whenever you hear making that noise, or moaning sound or whatever, just completely, just come out of nowhere and just be like, you're doing it wrong, and don't say anymore. Just completely just be letting it do its thing, and then just randomly, just unpredictably, just go, you're doing it wrong, that's not how you stick it. And just completely, just break the stride. And I'm serious. Because if it's trying to be all like, that doesn't sound like you're enjoying it, stop making the noise, you're doing it wrong. You call that Cajun sausage? No, honey, you failed. Oh my gosh. Yeah, at least, you know, being realistic, it's just like, what make... Go away. No, not you guys. Not you guys at all, it's just... God. Things are like being really active right now, and I'm not only me am I like kind of a little, you know, annoyed because sometimes when this happens, it's just like, no, I'm busy, you guys. Yeah, I know, I'm absolutely flattered that you want to be all up in my face, but trust me, you're not the first. Please stop. And then I might even like being like that. Oh, it's okay. I see how it is. That's when you say, you should know how to do this by now. Come on, dude. That's supposed to be your room. Are you not knowing how to do it? Wow. All right, Lilith, I'll tell him. Even Lilith is like, really, dude? Really? Wow. Do you need help? No, you got this. You'll figure it out. Hopefully. She says a good book to recommend is Sticking It for Dummies, Amplified Idiot Edition. Give it a shot. specifically amplified, but still. Okay, anyway, I'm going to scooch over to, since I'm so bad. I'm now going to be doing Taurus's reading because they're just all. When is this dick liquor going to start? No. Turns on your radio without your permission. I'm sorry, I would just be like, excuse me, why are you touching my jukebox? No, nobody touches the jukebox. Besides, really? That's the kind of music you listen to? Really? Wow. That says everything. Quick, someone muted. But anyway, so now for Taurus, one goddess and one. That was gonna sound weird if I said that. One daemon and one goddess. Okay, one of them decides to come out of here. There's the goddess. Okay, fine. Fine. Oh, you gotta let go of it, you silly. Don't be. No. Let me guess, you probably listened to that song by Gretchen Wilson, All Jacked Up, huh? Great. We're pulling banjo strings tonight. Banjo G strings. Bad kid. So anyway, Taurus now. Your goddess that's funny. Your goddess for April is the lovely, divine, gorgeous Lilith. Weren't we just speaking about her a few seconds ago? Oh, look who's right on time. Our favorite lovely lady. Well, of course. Okay, there's our dark goddess, and then our daemon. Oh, man. I haven't actually, so actually I'm not really sure what you're asking about, but I'll look into it after I'm done with this reading. Okay, so we have, well, quite the interesting one, you know, month of April. We have the lovely Lilith as your goddess, and then our daemon is King Paimon. Funny enough, both of these I have had a lot, well, obviously, of course, I've had, really powerful and connected experiences with our lovely lady Lilith. But with Paimon, Paimon, I absolutely... all I can say is, how can you not enjoy King Paimon when he comes in? If you're new here, when I interacted with Paimon for the first time and looked at his, connected with him, in my mind's eye, of all the things that came about, was a huge, extravagant parade. And it went in this order, from the first to the last. First to come, I'm not even kidding, full 100%. First thing to come and appear, a conga line. Conga line. The line of people going dun 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 dun. Hey! Yeah. Of nothing but all the deities of every culture that I could think of and know about. So we're talking like Hel, Nyx, Hera, Aphrodite. Lilith was in there. Bastet, Sekhmet, Isis, Osiris. Yeah. Shani, all of them. Yes. But he wasn't in... I couldn't tell if he was actually in the conga line, or he was just like on the side of it, because there was a lot in the line, and then there was some on the sides, but I couldn't tell because it was just what's going on here? Oh, wait a minute, what? Wait a minute, why the heck is Shani doing this too? He would kind of hate stuff like this. Hell, what are you doing? Just go with the kid. Hey. And then as soon as, the conga line was finished, the next that came in line was, he was just like in the line with everybody else, and he was just going along with everything else. And then we have gosh. Then after that we have these, I think about there were 4 to 5 of them, these little kitten men, and they had these horns and they were just blowing them obnoxiously and whimsically, like literally, I'm not even kidding. Like that. One way, another, just all over the place. And I'm just sitting there just all, yeah. That's what I was saying, Nightshade. Like, what the heck? Something's fishy, but I'll look into that. So, yeah. The kittens throwing themselves whimsically while blowing. Then after that were these Arabian dressed women that were, you know, like how in Aladdin, like how Jasmine's dressed, but also with a veil and a thing on her head. Yeah, with tambourines, and they're just doing their thing perfectly in sync. And I'm like, okay. Conga line of every divine. I'm not just twirling, blowing kittens. Tambourine ladies. Oh, what could be next? This derpy but well dressed, and you just can't help but go, aw, elephant. And in his trunk was like this little lever thing that had 2 symbols just going like that. And I'm just like, Conga divine line, blowing kittens whimsically, Arabian tambourine ladies, derpy symbol elephant, and then here comes King Paimon. Except the camel was going along with everybody else in the same direction, while Paimon was just laying on his back like he was on a cruise ship, and just completely unaware of where the camel was going, just perfectly relaxed. Camel gets to me, doesn't even look at me, it just gets down. Paimon just does like, you know, like how breakdancers, I don't know if you youngsters know what that is, but like how breakdancers, when they like spin on their back and they throw their legs over and all that. King Paimon does that. He throws his legs up and around, does it like a helicopter kick, and stands to his feet in front of me, and then he just comes towards me. I just said, that was quite the entrance. Just looked at me, just all, what do you expect? I'm a king. Duh. And then that was how the conversation went. But anyway, Taurus. For April, make sure that you are most definitely getting your fair share of enjoyment and being able to let yourself have some fun. Even if it's just like, what in the world is going on here? Make sure you're allowing yourself to express your creativity and your sense of zest. With that being said. Now, Lilith is, of course, one of those goddesses that absolutely loves having fun and enjoyment. But because you know how Lilith is also like, okay, I've had enough fun. I want to do something more relaxed. I'm going to do this instead. It's having that balance and understanding that enough's enough. I kind of want to, you know, not be all about one thing because boring. Make sure you're having fun in many sectors and not just one. But, you know, not be all obsessed and stuck with one thing. Allow yourself to expand, and even heck, if you can, oh, that's going to sound so horrible, but go with it. And heck, if you want to include somebody else, Mom, make sure they're having fun too, and they're not trying to figure out something else you both can do that's enjoyable. Because love's also about having fair equality, and everybody's fair and just, and nobody is special or higher. And also, that doesn't mean, you know, being like, I feel empowered by, you know, just throwing myself out uncontrollably and not having any dignity. That is, no, that's not Lilith. That is not her. Real Lilith is like, I'm empowered and I feel I can do whatever I desire because I know I'm in charge. Nobody else. So I'm going to do this. That is Lilith at her core. Not like, oh, I'm just going to, you know, see how many I can get one night. No. That's, if that's your primary focus, that's not Lilith. But if you're choosing to do it because that's your choice and that's what makes you feel the most alive in your eyes, by your choice, then that's different. but relying on something external to make you feel you. Now, she's not going to be impressed. She's like, oh, basic. Oh, wow, you have to rely on something else except yourself to make you feel you? Yeah. No, it's okay. Okay, Nitro, this is exactly what you say when they knock on your door. What's the password? What's the password, hon? If you don't say the password, you can't come in. I'm serious. What's the password? Just, here's the joke. There's no password. You can't come in without the password. And no matter what they say or what they do, that's when you say, there's no girl in here. Little girl. I'm a guy. Awkward moment, like, oh, shit. I mean, heck, I would just completely just say, yeah. Usually when a spirit messes with you like that, and they think it's cute and trying to scare you, heck, just let them have it, except, make them look like a dimwit. But anyway, Taurus, your 5-card pull. The focus of this theme is, well, look at that, the King of... Your focus this week, Taurus, is the King of Wands, which is the card of... Well, I mean, if King Paimon could be a king, like a certain king, like in the Tarot, he'd be the King of Wands. Oh, look at that, they're looking at one another. Planned. So your focus this week, Taurus... And also, in this depiction, we have the king being all like, oh, he's so flaming. And also, just for gigglies, one of the things that King Paimon likes is being like, hello, Atlanta. Do you know who that is? It's King Paimon. No. Girl, you don't know how serious this is. Honey, no. You don't know what you're missing. Listen. So your focus for the month of April... Zest for after something and let people be woozy-wooed over you. That sounds so weird. Oh, and in response to that, I would say this. Oh, you saw me sleeping, huh? How do you know I was asleep? How do you know that? As far as I know, I probably was just like, oh, you again? Aw, I have a really obsessive fanboy. Just like that overprotective girlfriend. I need to know what you're doing every day of the week and every second. You're becoming just like her. Aww. I don't want someone who's so obsessed with me that they don't do anything else. That just shows that, they are so reliant on me. They can't do anything without me. Okay, kiss my hand. I'll think about it. I'm serious. If they're going to be being all woozy-wooey like that, just slap them in the face with them about how technically stupid they are. Regarding the Earth sector and all of that jazz. Security, health, wealth, finances. We have the Three of Cups. Like another creepy spirit one. Okay, Nitrite, that's when you say this. Girl, are you just mad because I can put makeup on better than you? I mean, not hating, but wow. Don't be jealous that, I can actually put it on and you can't. Because if you tried, well, yeah, nothing would happen because you would just keep poking through yourself. But as the Three of Cups, as your sense of security, finances, and health, and your incoming gains, you actually might be celebrating a victory, or you might be having a promotion happen, or maybe you might be approved, maybe you got the ability or the capacity to be able to celebrate on the 3D mundane levels. So you might get a lot of money and go and have a quote-unquote girls' night out or boys' night out. And just make sure that when you're having a good time that you drink the fluid and not dump it on your head. Can use common sense when you're partying. Don't get like too whimsical woozy woo that instead of drinking your drink, you're pouring it on your head. I mean, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Just make sure also you don't act fishy. Communications, interactions with other people, or learning a new subject, you get the idea. As for blowing it, we have the Three of Twigs. So when it comes to you learning a new subject, 2 threes, okay. You actually might be trying to figure out which course of action to actually nourish yourself with and pretty much connect yourself to. And because since you're connected to 3 already, and you're kind of like concerned about it, like, I don't know if any of these have a virus on them, you might actually be trying to figure out, do I really need hanky, panky, and spanky? Or do I really just want to stick with just me, him, and it? So possibly you might be considering taking off the weakest link or just kind of lowering your friendship circle. Or you're maybe contemplating on maybe you should take on some more credentials and study a new subject. Because you don't want to take on too much that you can't have fun. And even during the night of the full moon, you might encounter that decision needing to be made. The obstacle or the honeyberry. If you try and touch my face again, I swear you're going to get backhanded. Sorry. Well, I mean, that's when you say, if you're going to try and take care of something, don't you want to, do something good for it? I mean, that's not in my business. Because usually when you care about something, you nurture and you support it. Not be all like, you better come to my house, otherwise I'm going to make you be all like, oh, Lord Lanta, something's tickling my brain. That's kind of not being, caring about something, intimidating it. That's like saying God loves you, but if you don't believe in him, he'll send you to hell. That's counterintuitive, honey. I love you, but you don't accept me, so go burn. Really? Well, I mean, I'm already flaming, so go ahead and put me at the stake. When you make somebody more flaming, well, they get more flaming. Oh, she tripped you? That's when you say this. Oh, look at you trying to sweep me off my feet. You're so cute. Go away. Stop trying to sweep me off my feet. I'm not impressed, dude. You're gonna have to try harder than that? How are you gonna make me be in your arms? Troll face. Okay, obstacle or motivating force. We have, oh Lord Lanta. We have wakey wakey, judgment date. So your obstacle may be, you're being tested. You're being tested to see, probably more than likely, if you're able to handle your fun side. But also at the same time, since it is judgment, your motivating force is to actually remember that anything that you have left in the past or thought was dead, it can always come back. Just pay attention to make sure you pass the test. Otherwise, you'll be like the poor guy in the middle, just like, what the heck? I was perfectly asleep, and now this twat head was like, wake up. And also, don't be going too hard on your celebration that you wake up the neighbor, wake up another neighbor that has a child, and even your own family right here is just like, please, you're blowing too much, son. Stop blowing it. You're giving the poor guy a headache. My God, my head. Do you mind? Johnny has school tomorrow. Stop blowing it. Yeah, just make sure you have reasonable, logical, and realistic ways of handling your party. And make sure you know when you're reached your limit. That was a weird way of putting that. As we say. You alright, Grandpa? Or are you having another one of those memories again? Oh, it's one of those again? Okay, you're fine. He just can't get over the fact that, that one time in high school that, Grandma went behind his back. Troll face. He still can't get over it. That's just so mean. Oh. I'm surprised. I think, I should also do like a... Oh, I just heard a gunshot. Anyways, I was saying. Oh my god, knowing me. Knowing me, my feisty side, I couldn't help but just say, wow. What got you all excited? Easy there, Cupcake. I don't want you to make you lose your voice, but, use your inside voice, please. Trust me. I don't have good hearing, but I'm not deaf. Huh? One more time? Oh, okay. Wait, one more time? I didn't catch that. What? Oh, you're a prick. Just like that. Or, I heard something crazy go on my ear. One more time? Oh, no, that's you. That's just me, though. Parts, that way you can be on your way and not listen to this dimwit anymore. Regarding emotions, the cheesy, the woozy-wooey, the... He does love me. He does not. She does love me. She went off with my best friend. Yeah, you get the idea. It was a joke, okay? That's not... Don't take that seriously. It was just like a funny saying, okay? We have the... interesting. Come out. For your lovey woozy wooey, we have the Eight of Pentacles. This depiction, we have a cogwheel in the top of this card looking like the sun. And the guy looks like he's trying to poke it with a needle. And he is sticking... What the heck is that? He looks like he's sticking a... chisel? Looks like he's sticking a chisel onto a conveyor belt trying to, looks like he's trying to nail one of the pentacles, but he's completely missing the conveyor belt, and he's poking the cogwheel above him, and kind of having the idea of like, it's because of you, you cogwheel, that I can't hammer this right. I can't get hammered like I want to. But yeah, the way it looks. So when it comes to... If you've been working on a relationship and you just cannot seem to pin it down and put the investment in to get it to the result you want it to, make sure you don't, poke things out of your control, saying like, how come you're not helping me get this right? How come you're not, being like a divine and really helping me here? Don't be like that. That's a whoops. But if you're currently coupled with someone, don't be blaming the other person on circumstances that ultimately is your fault that they're not going as planned and you can't seem to get it on right. Don't be poking, don't be poking your partner or being all like, hey, you're the one who did this, you did it. But in reality, you didn't do anything. You didn't even do anything to help make it not happen the way that it did. And no, don't be like that. That's not nice. Yeah, it's a form of, I don't know, mental abuse, psychological abuse. Don't do that, please. Because if you do that, you deserve to have an anvil fall on your head and be like, oh, what happened? What happened to your head? It got pancaked. Oh, it's okay. Maybe, we squeezed all the stupid out of you with it. Oh, well, it happens. Don't be stupid next time. And just make sure when you're investing that, you're being fair and just with it. At least that's what I got for you, Taurus. Enjoy April. Have fun. Invest properly. Don't be thinking that you can be like in be like Chris Farley and just be all like live life, live it hard. Make sure you're in within reasonable boundaries. Not that kind of poking. What time is it? Okay, 65:45, and pretty much, yeah, I mean, other than that, Zeus? That's the dog's name. Zeus? Don't make me get Hera. I'll tell her. Hey, Hera, he's doing it again. But guess what? I was actually able to trick him into, releasing releasing you and not being able to, hit him upside the head. I convinced him to, take that back. So have at it, my queen. Bonus points if you get it cut off. Or do you want Lilith to do it for you? She'll be more than happy to do that. So other than that, I'm thinking about it too. You know, it's actually really creepy. These flowers, they're still good, and especially the lilies. Those were the other plants. Look at them bloom. And the roses, I mean, honey bear. Look at that. They're still alive and well. Oh, what happens? Just like how, I was asked the first time, wow, what do you do to make those plants get so big and, so lively? Exist? I don't know. I just exist and bang. But anyway, I'm more of a cat person anyway. Because these cats are just like, hey, human, pet me for a moment. Stop. Besides, I think having a cat named Reginald would be better than having a pooch called Zeus. Oh, that's horrible. Oh, what happened, Zeus? Oh, Zeus, you got demoted? Oh, it's okay. But you know what they say, the queen can't get demoted. So Zeus, while you're being down there, why don't you do something good for your wife? Maybe she might help you out. Okay, you have to do it more than once, and then, yeah. It's not that I have anything against Zeus, it's just that, at least in my opinion, are you supposed to be the king of Olympus? Like tabbies? Are they like tabbies? Right? Or orange short hairs? I'm trying to remember. I think that's what that breed's called. Tabby? I don't think it would be no, it wouldn't be a Scottish fold. I think it would be like a tabby. Either a tabby or orange short hair. That's the best guess I got. Yeah, I think it might be that. But anyway, eventually the TikTok thing will be up and running. If I have it posted in there, yay. Will you stop dancing behind the light and trying to get me to look at you? I'm not in the mood to look at you, dude. Oh, really? You want me to look at you? Really? That's not impressive, honey. I've had triple the size of that. Go away. I see you. Stop it. But anyway. But it's not that Zeus is... I mean, this is kind of what happens when you have the youngest be the king. Instead of it be like Hades. I mean, when's the last time you... No, you're fine. Because, I mean, if anything, my opinion is this. Usually, when you have the oldest become the one that's ruling, don't you think, that'd be better than the youngest? And also, when was the last time you heard about anything happening with Hades? When have you heard Hades being in deep doo-doo? By the way, you're probably going to say, well, what about that thing with Persephone? Well, I heard from a bird that Persephone, what she did, she wandered away from Demeter because she was getting kind of tired of the seasons thing. And she just went down to the underworld, got herself lost while exploring around. While in the underworld, she was just all, my, this place is just so fascinating and just so beautiful. Hades comes around and sees her and asks, what are you doing in my realm? How'd you get here? You're Hades? How? I am just so amazed at your kingdom. It's just so beautiful. What's wrong with you? How's this beautiful down here? Your mother's looking for you. Why don't you go back? I don't want to go back. You kind of have to because your mother's worried sick. I refuse to go back. No, you're not going to convince me otherwise. Woman, your mother is going to have a fit. A pomegranate. No, Persephone, don't. Oops. And then she got stuck down there. So, in a way, I mean, that one's not really the commonly heard version of it. But, I mean, in a way, that's kind of that's a very Lothian quality. Just like, I don't want to go. I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm doing what I want. Oh, you're going to make me go back? Now what? Pretty much rebelling against somebody else's command and choice. Well, yep, do it as she pleases. She wants to stick. Okay, now she's made the choice to stick, so she's stuck. And now Hades just like, okay, you just ate a pomegranate down here. You know what that means, right? Yep, I don't care. Okay, well, looks like she's the queen now. Okay, I'll go with it. That's an alternative one. That's like the most commonly known version of it. Yeah. But there was another tale showing that how Persephone ventured off on her own and explored like as much as she could. Then she ended up in the underworld, and Hades was concerned, like, why are you in my realm, woman? It's beautiful here. Who wouldn't want to be down here? Things that are alive, like you. I'm sorry, I just had to do that. But still, if you look it up, I can't remember who it was by, but if you look it up, you should be able to find it, I believe. But it's not really that commonly known of a myth. But then again, that's just another option of the tale. My, this place is so beautiful. Oh, people screaming in agony and discord. Oh, wow, this is so gorgeous. Even the world doesn't have this. Oh, wait, they do. That was too dark. I'm sorry. Wow. Anyway, to make it funnier, to close this out, here is Chiron, the he who funded the deck. Here's Chiron doing the rock on like gesture. You tell me that's not it. You tell me that's not it. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. Probably tomorrow I'll be doing I'll do tomorrow Gemini and Cancer, and then we'll see from there. So be good. Don't be like Panic, going too wild and crazy. Don't be blowing stuff you're not supposed to blow. But if you're supposed to blow it,